everyone. Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sam.
And we are back with What is Your Living Room Like? We're talking about the big sort of family room in most homes and apartments. Also the room that your guests will probably sit in if they come over to watch TV or watch a baseball game or just to have a coffee and a chat. Yes, your living room is sort of the social heart of your home, your apartment, your house, wherever you live. So, Sam, I'm trying to imagine what your living room would look like. Now, Sam lives a little bit outside the city, so I'm guessing it's a little bit bigger than some places. You have kids, so I'm imagining there's probably lots of toys around, or at least a corner or a box filled with toys. And let's say you have a husband, you have kids. So I'm thinking like a big sofa, maybe one of those long sofas that's kind of like an L shape, and your daughter kind of takes over one side and you guys sit over here.
Yeah.
A coffee table, that's a good word we should probably mention. The coffee table, I don't know why it has to be coffee, but it's a small table usually right in front of your sofa where you put your coffee, your drinks, your books. You might be able to eat there. A lot of people might have tissue paper or something. So you have the coffee table and it's not made of glass.
No, definitely
that's
not.
Dangerous. It's made of wood or something
like
fake
that.
Wood. Am I kind of close?
Pretty close.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything very big and important?
Well, we have pets too, so there's like some pet beds and some things to scratch.
Okay,
because we have
scratching
cats
posts.
and a dog.
Okay, and how about the L-shaped sofa?
Yeah, we do have an L-shaped sofa. Yep.
They're very popular in Taiwan.
Yes.
It was a safe guess.
Yes, it was nice.
All
But
right.
if I, you know, like that's mine. But I kind of for you, I feel like yours is gonna be like leather chairs and like dim lighting and books everywhere.
The books are over there, but I have a lot of like records and music
records
and stuff. Yeah, you got that. You got that.
I just, that's how I picture your, even though Taiwan, it's hard to have kind of a darker living room, but that's how I imagine your living room.
You're not...
Comfy seating, like maybe one seat and like a chair, like a little table in the middle.
Pretty good.
And then, you know, rug and just cozy.
Pretty good. I think you're pretty right. Yeah, and my wife always turns on all the lights.
My husband does that too.
Totally ruins it. It's supposed to be cozy and dark and quiet, and she turns it into a baseball stadium. It's so bright in there. All right, guys, what about your living room? If you can guess your best friends, as long as you haven't been there before, of course, that might be interesting. But definitely our dialogue will be interesting, and it starts now. Chuck is visiting Michelle's place.
Hi, Chuck. Welcome to my place.
Hey, Michelle. Wow, your living room is really lovely.
Thank you. I did a lot to make it nice.
All right, so yes, what is your living room like is still our title, and Chuck and Michelle are back. Now remember yesterday, Michelle was visiting Chuck's home and she saw that he had a very simple living room. It only had 2 chairs, a garbage can, a TV, and a TV stand, very little furniture. And the reason was Chuck had just moved in and he hadn't had the time or the money to buy furniture, but it was a little simple and maybe not quite Michelle's taste or style. So the situation is reversed today. Chuck is visiting Michelle's place. So we're gonna find out about that and maybe find out what Chuck thinks of Michelle's interior decoration style.
Yes, and so we have this verb, visit. To visit somewhere means to go to that place for a short time. It could be, you know, a longer, maybe you're visiting your parents for a week. It could be a little bit longer, but you are not planning to stay or live there or anything like that. So you can visit a friend's house, you could visit your family, you could visit a different country for a vacation, but you're not planning to stay there or live there long term. So Like we said, now we have Chuck visiting Michelle. And so we start off with Michelle saying, "Hi, Chuck. Welcome to my place."
Okay, so maybe she has the front door open and she's asking Chuck to come in. She's being a very welcoming host. Chuck says, "Hey, Michelle," as he sees his friend. And then as soon as he walks into the apartment or the home, he sees something that really catches his eye. We know he's very impressed or surprised because he says, "Wow," which is what you say when you're impressed or surprised or see something fantastic. "Wow," he says, "your living room is really lovely." Okay, so he's most impressed with how lovely, beautiful, pretty, attractive her living room is. We're going to find out exactly why it's lovely, but it probably has to do with it looks very nice. Maybe it has windows and the sun is coming in and it just looks great. The colors are very nice and attractive to the eye. Yeah, we use lovely in the same way you might use beautiful or pretty, nice, attractive, something that appeals to you, something that makes your brain go, "I like," and something that you might also think is very beautiful in a kind of delicate kind of way, possibly too.
Yes. Yeah, so you could think songs are lovely or even a lovely story. And so in this case, we have a lovely living room. And so Michelle says, "Thank you, I did a lot to make it nice." And that's probably pretty true because to make a room really comfy and cozy and lovely and wonderful, it takes some time and it takes some attention to colors and different fabrics and different chairs and all that kind of stuff. So it probably took her a while to make it nice and good.
And she probably has some natural skill or talent at doing it because it's not an easy thing to do. The magazines and TV shows make it look easy. It's not that easy.
Not that easy.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break. Hope you guys have a lovely break. Make it a short one, though, because we're going to be back in just a moment. We'll see you then.
I like your sofa a lot. The table in front of it is pretty too.
Yeah, I really like its design. I got it and my rug and lamp at a great store.
Maybe you can take me there. I need a clock and some shelves.
Okay, maybe we can find more things for your living room.
Great. Thanks.
All right, back to our dialogue. So Chuck is visiting Michelle's house, and I think it's safe to say Chuck is impressed. What he sees, he likes. He said, "Wow," when he walked in, and he said how lovely it looked. And now he's looking around a little more carefully, and he's noticing certain special things that are even better than the whole room. He says, "I like your sofa a lot." So there's the sofa, which is, of course, that very long 2 or 3 person chair. I guess you can call it a chair, but generally we call it a sofa or a couch or something like that. So there's something about it, the color, the shape, the size he really likes. And then he says the table in front of it is pretty too. Now, if you guys were paying attention in the introduction, we mentioned the coffee table. That's that low table that we put usually in front of a sofa or something like that. So he likes the sofa and the low table or the coffee table right in front of the sofa.
Yes, and so most people have that even if they don't drink coffee.
Sure.
So like our house, nobody drinks coffee, but it's still called a coffee table, and you still usually will have it for, again, if you need to put books or tissues or the remote controls or you want to eat there or anything like that. Pretty much every living room probably will have one.
And almost
It'd be hard to not have one.
Almost every sofa, even in a dentist's office, if you're waiting at a doctor's office and there's a sofa, they'll usually have a coffee table in front of it.
Yes, and so Michelle continues, she says, "Yeah, I really like its design. I got it and my rug and lamp at a great store." So again, she's talking about her coffee table, her her couch, all these different things in her living room and saying, I like the design, I like how pretty they are, I like the way they fit together in this room, and I got them all from a great store.
And Chuck just used that word pretty to talk about how attractive something is. If something is pretty, it's very similar to saying it's lovely, which is that word we saw just before. It's beautiful, it's nice, it's cute, it's dainty. Who knows what you're talking about, but it looks nice. It might be a little more female or lady or girl style. I mean, I guess you could say that that sports car is pretty, but you might say it's cool or something like that. But if it's a dress, if it's something lovely and delicate and beautifully made, beautifully designed, and very attractive and appealing to your eyes and your brain, you can say it's pretty.
Yes, and so then we also had this word design. Design as a noun means kind of the shape or style or color or pattern of something. And so in this case, we talked about the design of the table. So maybe the table was not just a rectangular table, maybe it's got a cool wave in it, or maybe it's some cool colors or has a different pattern. But the way that something is styled or created would be the design of that thing. And so that's why we talk a lot about designers of clothing. They are people who choose the style and the shape and all that kind of stuff for clothing, because you want to have these cool designs when you're making really forward fashion or furniture or anything like that, because a lot of people care about the design of things and how they look and how they are styled.
Yeah, it's kind of what makes things special and makes them different from other things that are very similar, but the look of it, the shape of it, the design is what really makes it special. All right, Chuck is thinking, wow, you got all of this great stuff at one store and it's really nice. So remember Chuck's living room, the empty one we saw in day one? Well, he's thinking, this place might be the answer to my problems. He says, maybe you can take me there, right? Take me to the store with all this cool stuff. It sounds like a good store. And if I can get everything in one place, even better. And he has his mind on a few special things. He says, I need a clock and some shelves. Okay, these are some other good things to have in your living room. A clock up on the wall, maybe a slightly bigger one that people can use when they're watching TV to check the time, and some shelves, that kind of thing that you put different layers of books or plants or decorations or art or whatever. You can put it against the wall and just stack it up on these little floors, these little levels, that it has a very convenient place to keep your stuff.
Yes, and so Michelle says, okay, maybe we can find more things for your living room. So, Chuck's like, yeah, I'll get some shelves. And it's like, okay, but Michelle says, maybe we could also find maybe some more chairs or a table or something like that. So, yes, so she says, good idea. Let's go there and maybe find some other stuff too, because your apartment needs it.
It's pretty empty, but this is good news for Chuck. So he says, great, I'm really happy you've agreed to help me. And being a polite person, he says, thanks. Thank you for spending some of your time to get my living room looking not so sad and empty and boring.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. They have this word find. When you look for something and then it's there, you find that thing. We often use this, of course, when we lose something. If you lost your keys or your phone or your wallet, we hope you can find it very quickly. You look around, there it is. So it's something that was missing, and now you've gotten it back because you looked and you were able to locate it. You were able to find it. And we can also use it just when we're talking about trying to get something that's a little bit hard to get. You didn't lose this thing in the store, but you hope the store has it. You really want this thing. You're going there today, spending your time to get that thing. And if you have some luck, you will find that thing. You didn't lose it, but it was something you didn't have, but you wanted to have. And hey, you were lucky. It all worked out. You found that thing. And remember, find is one of those weird verbs. You don't say, I finded my watch yesterday. No, you found your watch yesterday. F-O-U-N-D. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Don't lose anything. And if you do, we hope you find it, including beautiful things for your living room or wherever. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye. Chuck is visiting Michelle's place.
Hi, Chuck. Welcome to my place.
Hey, Michelle. Wow, your living room is really lovely.
Thank you. I did a lot to make it nice.
I like your sofa a lot. The table in front of it is pretty too.
Yeah, I really like its design. I got it and my rug and lamp at a great store.
Maybe you can take me there. I need a clock and some shelves.
Okay, maybe we can find more things for your living room.
Great. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的单字。第一个 visit 动词参观拜访。We plan to visit the museum tomorrow. 我们打算明天去参观博物馆。下一个单字 lovely 形容词很棒的美好的。She received a lovely gift for her birthday. 她收到一份很棒的生日礼物。下一个单字 pretty 形容词漂亮的，它也可以当副词，指的是非常。我们先来看看形容词漂亮的这个意思的例句。The little girl is wearing a pretty dress. 那个小女孩穿着一件漂亮的洋装。我们再来看看副词非常这个单字的例句。Lydia sings pretty well. Lydia 唱歌唱得很不错。最后一个单字 find 动词找到，它的三态是 find, found.I finally found my missing keys. 我终于找到我遗失的钥匙了。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 Welcome to my place. 欢迎来我家。My place 可以是其他地点。Welcome 是一个感叹词，表示欢迎。Place 在这里指的是住处、住所。我们来看看这个例句。Welcome to our restaurant. Enjoy your meal.欢迎光临我们的餐厅，请尽情享用你的餐点。下一个文法 A makes B 加形容词 A 让使得 B 怎么样 Make 指的是让使，它的三态是 make, made, made。 我们来看看这个例句。
I made my girlfriend mad this morning.
Oh? What happened?
She bought a new dress and tried it on and asked me if she looked good in it. I told her she looks a little chubby.
What? No wonder she's mad at you.
But she has gained weight recently.
You don't understand women at all.
最后一个文法 in front of 在什么的前面 Front 是名词，表示前面、前方。我们来看看这个例句。Tony parked his car in front of the building. Tony 把他的车停在这栋建筑物前面。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Wow, a garden on the highway. That is really interesting. So if you go to the Tianwei Highway Garden, you can not only see beautiful flowers, but if you go at night, you can kind of see a light show as well. It's all lit up there. It looks really beautiful. So I want to get to learn more about this garden, so why don't you join me?
Changhua's Tianwei Highway Garden runs along a 3.6-kilometer section of Taiwan's Provincial Highway 1, which stretches from the towns of Yunjing to Tianwei. The garden is known for its beautiful Tianwei flowers, which vary from season to season. The plants get plenty of sunlight during the summer season, but they lack sunlight during the winter season. To solve this problem and control plant development, the garden uses artificial lights. These stay on overnight and create an amazing light display. The lights have become an attraction in themselves. There are also over 140 businesses set up along the 3.6-kilometer garden plot. They all sell different plants and services, including cut flowers, bonsai, gardening materials, and even food and drinks. Additionally, the garden has classrooms where visitors can enjoy flower-related DIY activities. Meanwhile, those who like to exercise can ride a bicycle around the park while admiring all the different colors and smells. Changhua's Tianwei Flower Garden is a must-see attraction for anyone who appreciates the natural beauty of plant life.
So a 3.6-kilometer garden. That is something that's very impressive, especially to somebody who is a bit of a green thumb myself. I know I definitely want to go and visit and take a look at all the plants and flowers. And not only that, there's lots of activities and even food, so you could stay all day and night. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson.